Hello and blessings, my beautiful souls. How are you today? Today we are going to be doing an unboxing of the Witch's Roots. My name is Avalon Cameron and welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, then don't forget to hit that subscriber button, tap that little notification bell so that you can be notified when I post new videos, and let's get stuck into this video. All right, my beautiful souls, the Witch's Roots is a part of the Witch's Moons subscription box offerings. So this is a botanical box and one that I look forward to. This has been so beautifully created, like, oh my gosh. So I don't know what's inside. I haven't snuck a peek, but we're going to go in there today. Oh my gosh. Can you still see it? Is it still in sight? Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So we're going to look at that in just a second. So let's see what is inside here. Always keep these, folks. These are really handy. The Spirit of Spring. We are working with basil. Oh my gosh, we're working with basil. Oh, I love it. Oh, Basil Herbal Grimoire artwork, Spring Green Man plaque. Oh my gosh, Spring Blessing Ritual Incense, Growth and Renewal Mini Spell Candle, Spring Blessing Magical Anointing Oil, and Pagan Tree of Life Book of Shadows artwork. Oh, I can't wait. So this is the Tree of Life. Look at that, beautiful. Oh, so nice. So nice. And then we have the basil. I'm going to pull this down a little bit to let a bit more light in. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that is too much. That is so beautiful. That is so damn beautiful. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have the plaque. Is this the plaque? It must be. Beautifully wrapped. Oh my gosh. It's in a little... Oh, that's amazing. Oh, it's got a little hanging thing. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at that. That's so nice. All right, all right, all right. Moving through. I'm just going to get rid of some of this excess. We are going to get in here. Here is the basil herb. Okay, we'll have a close-up look at that. Then we have the incense, the Spring Blessings, which I'm excited about. We have an oil, I feel. Is that what I read? I can no longer even remember. There we go. I'm going to have a little sniff of that in just a second. And then we have the mini spell candle. Oh, look at that green. That is so beautiful. All right, let's put this stuff off to one side so we can have a better look at the items. Put that over there. Here we go. Everything laid out nicely here before you. Okay, now I love basil. I happen to think that basil is one of those really helpful and functional types of botanicals that can be used in a myriad of different ways. I'm going to pull a reference here. Hold on. So here we have a reference for basil. So in the Encyclopedia of Plants, in Myth, Legend, Magic, and Lore. So basil is one of those botanicals that can be used for a variety of different things. It's considered a fire botanical. Planets are Mars in Scorpio. The gender is masculine. Deity, Azuli, Krishna, Vishnu. Meanings: animosity, hatred, I cannot like you, poverty, sympathy. This is one perspective, of course. And then we have the myth and legend here. And then the magic and lore. And it breaks it down. It said it could be used to ensure the chastity of one's lover. Basil has been regarded as a plant of great good luck and a herb of ill omens. So bit of a much of a muchness. In Italy, it might be given to a love, might be given as a love token. In Moldova, There was a belief that a man would fall in love with a woman if he accepted a piece of basil from her hand. The scent of basil is said to cause sympathy between people, and because of this, it would be given to quarreling couples to soothe their tempers. It was also added to incenses, which was burnt to induce love and rubbed directly onto the skin to act as a natural perfume. And so it's quite a bit on basil. One of the ways that you can actively use basil is in your washing, believe it or not, especially on the, or working with the idea of quarreling couples, or just bringing peace and sympathy between two, let's call them ailing parties for lack of a better term. But you can put a pinch of basil in your washing, your laundry, and wash the clothes together to draw that sympathy a little bit closer and to help to iron out some of the quarreling. Basil is also a herb, like it said, of good luck, but it's also considered to be a bit of a money herb. It's something that you can cook with. Fresh basil in pasta, for instance, really brings that vitality of the basil plant into the dish, and you're consuming it, so you're placing it within your body, or you're putting it within your body. So consider cooking with it. Let's have a closer look at some of the information that we have here. The animal allies: a beetle, cicada, deer, dog, dragon, elephant, fox. I think that says hawk, lion, ox, ram, rooster, stallion, and swan and turtle. Stones: amazonite, aventurine, bloodstone, carnelian, citrine, garnet, jade, and tiger's eye. Celestial influences, we have here element fire, celestial influences of Mars. So it is such a great herb to use. Now, a little ritual that you can do. I'm not going to use this because this candle is so banging. I'm going to use it for something else. I just don't know what yet, but I don't have a candle this color, so I need to covet it. But one thing that I would recommend is you can grab, especially if you're having issues with your lover, you can grab a little plate. Let's say that this is a plate. I will not be doing anything mean to this. You can place your candle on top and then anoint it with, oh, here, I forgot about the oil. Let's have a little sniff of the oil. Wow, this is really unprofessional. Oh, that's nice. That's got a bit of basil in it. I would anoint this candle completely, like really soak it up, and then roll it in the basil, place it onto a nice plate or candle holder, and sprinkle the basil herb in a clockwise fashion around the basil, well, around the candle 3 times. So the basil around the candle clockwise 3 times. When you've done that, I want you to sit there and hold your hands on either side. You're going to be pulling down energy from the ether. So imagine, as you breathe, imagine energy coming down through the crown of your head. You can color this energy, green, white, purple, whatever color it comes through. That's an inkling of the type of power and energy that it is. So nevertheless, we're going to harness our hands, and I really want you to activate your palms. You can breathe into your palms, or you can open your hands like this and call on the healing energy, the universal energy, we'll call it that, if you're not trained in a particular discipline like Reiki, for instance. And you can activate your palms by doing so. When you're ready, when you can start to feel that tingling sensation in your palms, which I can right now, you hold it over your candle and you begin to breathe over it, and you're pushing that energy in. And with that energy comes that good intention. So let's say this is for a quarreling couple. You can do this for another, for other people as well. If you don't want to do this for yourself, and if your parents are quarreling, if your siblings are quarreling, if there's quarrels in the office, if 2 people are not getting along, if you're not getting along with your boss, for instance, you can actively work this magic, simple as it may be, to cause that sympathy. It would help if you had a tag lock, i.e. a personal effect of the other person in this equation, which you would also drown in this oil and put a little bit of basil all over. but you are going to hold there and you're going to push that energy in. Energy, 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 energy. Push it in, push it in, push it in. Like really force it into the candle. And as you're doing so, the oil and the botanicals that you have placed on the outside of the candle are going to draw that intention into it. You are powering up every ingredient, including the candle. So it's pretty banging. Once you're ready, I want you to, say your words. Speak from the heart in this instance. This is a matter of the heart, so you speak from the heart. Don't pre-record this. Don't pre-rehearse this. I mean, you can have a little idea of what it is that you'd like to say, but speak from the heart. And speak in the affirmative. The relationship between me and person X is now better than ever. We have reached a point of harmony. We have reached a point of compatibility. We support each other. We nurture each other. We honor each other. We respect each other. This is a wonderful relationship to have in my life. And it is one that really touches the deepest parts of who I am. And speak from the heart, like just bang it out and allow that to burn. Now, one thing that I would say, you can work within the influences of Mars, so perhaps a Tuesday is a really great time for this, but I find that when working with Mars energy, you go to war. So what I'd be doing is looking at working this spell around a Friday, which is a day of Venus, at an hour of Venus, for instance. And that in itself can bring a lot more, pleasure and joy and beauty and compatibility into the equation. So, while I didn't take you through a practical of this spell, I still think it's a wonderful idea to try. Burn some of this incense. Oh, I like this root, this tree of life, quite nicely. But, yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed this little, spoken kind of tutorial, spoken little how-to and little idea. Another thing that you can do is also make an incense from your basil, especially dried basil. So this is perfect. Make yourself an incense, mix it with a few other ingredients, especially if you're working, magic between quarreling parties. So you can add something like lavender, which brings peace to the equation, and you can either use chamomile or valerian root to sedate the situation, so to quell the tempers, so to speak, and then basil helps to be the primary ingredient that works it all through. You might want to put a little bit of like lubrication in there as well. So an oil, a few drops of oil that maybe like olive oil for extending the olive branch, which brings peace and, and harmony into the equation. So, you can be really matter of fact about this, really practical about this. And it does have a wonderful, wonderful effect. I have used personally the basil in the washing machine, in the clothes washing, so many times in the past when I was living with different partners and we were having a bad time of it and we were arguing and doing those types of things, or we had, I don't really argue. I'm not an arguing type of person, but if things were just not in alignment, I would throw a bit of basil in the washing machine and say my words. And voila, within a 24-hour cycle, things started to feel a lot better as well. So there's a lot of power in basil, a lot of magic in it. So best tap into it. All right, my beautiful souls, so if you enjoyed this video, then do give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments below on what you like to work with and what you like to do with basil, or within the context of quarreling parties. So if you've got any tips and tricks for helping to bring peace and harmony between two people who may be fighting or disagreeing or out of alignment, then leave those comments in the comment section and let's get a conversation started. All right, my beautiful souls, I hope that you are having an amazing day. Don't forget to thumbs up this video and I will chat to you again soon. Mwah! Bye!